Welcome to this price action review on XAUUSD using the one candle change in state of delivery as taught by Mr. White, and that is dealing ranges, one change in state of delivery by from an area of value, or as he says, or he likes to say, an engulfing candle trade, an engulfing candle out of an order block or out of a fair value gap. So in this case, we are in the 4-hour time frame. Let me remove this. This one is not necessary for now. Do I hide or do I remove? Let me just remove like that. So here we have a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle like this, and this becomes a type 2 engulfing pattern or a type 2 engulfing candle as taught by Mr. White. And then you have to look at where is this candle coming from. It is coming from this order block right here. So we are in the 4-hour time frame. So this is a 4-hour order block engulfing candle right like that, and then now you mark or you plot the range high and the range low of this engulfing candle, and this becomes your dealing range. Now as it becomes your dealing range, you want price to retrace to the discount side of this dealing range and then shoot up and go. And as it is coming to the lower side of this dealing range, you want to ask yourself, where is it coming to, or in which area of value or point of interest is it coming to? You can use fair value gaps, order blocks, breaker blocks, inverted fair value gaps, but what he likes using is a change in state of delivery, or one candle change in state of delivery. So the moment you have a bullish engulfing candle like this giving you a range, so the next 4-hour candle opens on this right here, and you are going a time frame lower to look at where is price coming to this level. So in this level, you're looking for one thing. You're looking for where there was a change in state of delivery, and this is where there was a change in state of delivery right here. So you mark the body to wick zone of this candle that has given us this change in state of delivery like that, and you pull it to the right side like that, and you can see at the exact opening of the third 4-hour candle, which is the New York session, the London session I mean, you can see price dips into it, and at the opening of the 4-hour candle you are buying like crazy. So price dips into it and it buys like crazy. So that is now how you get into a trade. So ideally you want to place your buys here. You can place your buys here. Stop loss, you can place your stop loss below the 4-hour engulfing candle like that, and wait for or target these levels. So you can have your first TP here because that is a legit high, and also this relative equal highs right here. But this is in the 1-hour time frame. If you are to use that as an entry criteria, you can see this gives you almost a 4.75 R risk reward ratio. Okay, but instead of doing that, you want to refine this in the lower time frame. You want to refine this entry in the lower time frame. So go to the 15-minute time frame and figure out how can we refine this entry. So in the lower time frame, you can see we have a type 1 engulfing candle. So it's pretty much a definition, a repetition of the same thing. You have an engulfing candle out of an order block, a breaker block. In this case, this becomes a breaker block because it is the last bullish candle closure before a series of candles that swept a liquidity like that. So that breaker block, or it is the same zone that we have marked as the change in state of delivery, or the one candle change in state of delivery in the higher time frame. So a dip into it, we have, now removing this, we have, as the new 4-hour candle opens, we have a type 1 dealing range formed here, or a type 1 engulfing candle formed here from this area of value, and you wait for price to retrace to the discount zone, and from there you just buy. You don't need to wait for anything else. Buy from there and stop loss below the engulfing candle, and you want to go with it to TP1 being here 2.65 and the final TP being here at 8.19 risk to reward ratio. So that is the second entry model, or a refined entry model. However, I have other entry models that we can use as well. The other one is called the candle manipulation model, which I love using. It originates from this guy called Tom Camp, where he says wait for a candle to manipulate the lower side of one candle and close as an engulfing candle. So that is what we have here. What we have here is this candle right here has manipulated the previous candle and closed as a bullish engulfing, and from here wait for retracement to the midpoint. We can even mark that range like this. Retracement to the midpoint means up to here, and you get into a buy from around that level. Stop loss below the engulfing, and you are targeting again the same levels like this, being your TP1 here at 3.44 and your TP2 being here at these 4-hour relative equal highs at 10.1 or 10.9 risk to reward ratio. So that is the third entry criteria you can use. The fourth entry criteria that I also love using is the RSI divergence at a key level. So pulling up my RSI again, look at this. You have this 1 hour change in state of delivery, or one candle change in state of delivery from the 1 hour time frame, which also serves as a breaker block, being the last bullish candle prior to the formation of prior to the sweep of liquidity present right here. So you can see an engulfing candle right here comes from this level, and this engulfing is coming after a formation of what we call an RSI divergence from here up to here. So you can see on the RSI we have a divergence forming like that, and what validates this divergence is the formation of this bullish engulfing candle right here. Let me show you. It also gives us a range as well, so I love working with those ranges. So this is the candle that I'm talking about, bullish engulfing candle. It gives us a range, high range low, or a dealing range, and then you wait again for price to retrace to the premium side, to the discount side of the range, and you place your buys there, and this is the tightest stop loss you'll ever see in your entire life. So stop loss below that engulfing candle, I can even measure it for you. It's a very tight stop loss of around 40 pips on XAUUSD, and that also gives you a very crazy risk to reward ratio like this. So you can see up to here 6.26, and then a final TP at our previously marked level, giving us a total risk to reward ratio of 18.91, and you are able to achieve all this in just a couple of 4-hour candles. Like this from here was around 9 a.m. which is London session, up to 15:55, which is just close to the open of the New York session. So 1 4-hour candle gives you all that move, and you are good to go. So this is the one candle change in state of delivery and dealing ranges as presented by Dr. White or Mr. White. Yes, so I'll use the same setup to show you how the model for Tom Camp also plays out. Very similar model, but the way they approach it is slightly different. So let me show you that.